FlipAnything USA. So on my blog, I share how I made my fortune in real estate. Starting at 19 years old, I made tens of millions since, and life has been good, and it should be for you too. You know, I point out fake gurus all the time, but Ben's actually, he's legit. And I'm just going to do a little value add. I think he did this thing, and he overlooked a couple things he could have put out. I mean, I know he would have analyzed himself if we went into more detail, but he didn't catch it on this. So I just thought I'd just point out a couple things. Pretty interesting. This is called Investing $1 million in Fast Food. Sounds like he is buying his son a Kentucky Fried Chicken, and nice gift. But all right, he's loaning him the money. He's helping him. He's giving him some seed capital, right? Your seed capital, that's the most important thing. And that's the last thing you want a fake guru to take away from you is your seed capital. Ben's a rich guy, and he's got a lucky son. Investing $1 million in fast food. Now, you guys know I've been on a little while, but I tend to fast forward through some of the stuff. I just try to get to business, and I want to get to the calculator as quick as possible, because that's where I want to add my 2 cents.
Today's the day I found Vincent his first deal to buy. His first piece of real estate. He's going to own it by himself. It's going to be our gift to him.
He
doesn't know what it is, and he's going to be very surprised to see what it is. So to shut Vincent up about crying all the time, he ain't got nothing, I'm going to get him something. And he better like it. So we're going to even take him out in the Batmobile and show him his first property. Let's go.
All right, so I'm going to fast forward this just a bit.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. I've never seen a Batmobile driving down the road like this. That's what had to make me stop. I like, don't turn off. Don't turn on. I got it.
Hey, black man. So here we are. You always crying you never get nothing. I ain't got nothing. Here, we're buying your brother a KFC. You know why? He likes fried chicken. What better place to own?
Did you underwrite this deal?
That's why you're here. It should be a triple net. You should have to pick up a paper here. He should have to do nothing, not even come here. And he loves chicken. And here you go. Happy birthday.
You love chicken.
And it kind of looks like your grandfather on my side.
How much we're paying?
We're paying $930.
How much are they paying?
Okay, so if you don't know what a triple net lease is, it's kind of ambiguous. It doesn't mean one thing. It just means that the tenant is going to be picking up more than just rent, okay? It can extend to paying all the maintenance. It can extend to paying for the air conditioners. It can extend to maintaining the roof, and a lot of different things like that. Because when he says that it's a triple net, what it means is that the tenant picks up a lot of the expenses. It's not an all-inclusive deal. So we'll keep watching.
Paying in rent, that's the question.
Well,
annual rent is $58,000.
You can make $58,000 a year not work.
This is a true.
You can quit tomorrow.
Deal.
Yeah, if I had $1 million
You don't have to
cash.
pay anything.
58 grand, you do nothing. Is the building
So that's
included, right?
5.8 cap if it's $1 million.
No, it's about 6 1/4 at 930. And do you have any responsibilities here?
We need to see the lease.
What does this say for now?
It says lease type is
Triple net, so
3 ends.
we ain't gotta worry
But
about
we need to
shit.
see the lease. You got 4 renewal options for 5 years apiece. And you got rent bumps. And then
So
8
Okay, so look, when he says you ain't got to worry about shit, that's not exactly true. I mean, unless he's got a triple net that says absolutely take care of absolutely everything. But I'll give you an example. I've got triple net leases. Any successful company that wants to maintain a standard that they want to be maintained, in other words, they have an image, Starbucks and McDonald's, KFC, they have an image to maintain. And they're not going to wait for the landlord to come fix something because they just can't do it. They can't do it. They have to have a higher standard than that. So those, AAA type companies are the ones that will go into a triple net because they just want the space. They want to be where they're at. And then you provide the building. They'll maintain the building. But a lot of things in the triple nets that don't always come out is like if an air conditioner goes out, they may pay for the whole thing. They might. That can happen. In fact, I have a tenant that is in that situation. But a lot of times, if the AC goes out, you replace it and they'll reimburse you 70%. So they'll pick up 70% of the replacement on an AC. And also like a roof, they'll take care of all the roof maintenance. So there's a leak, they call the roofer, they take care of it. But if it needs to be completely re-roofed, that may fall 100% on you. It just depends. It's all negotiable, right? But in general, triple net just means they pick up all the maintenance. So a lot of times when you buy a used property like they're talking about doing right now, they need to look at the history and see if the roof was replaced 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Because maybe do a new roof, and that's that could be $100,000 hit. Let's just keep watching.
In 2023,
Right.
you should be able to renew their lease for another option, exercise their option.
65,000.
They'll go from 58,000 to 65,000, and you ain't gotta pay the taxes, you ain't gotta pay the insurance, you ain't gotta pay the maintenance, you ain't gotta do shit. You're good at not doing shit, so this is perfect for you.
Because I'm already doing too much shit for you.
All right, it's a 3,000 square foot building. Even if they left, I don't think you'd have a problem re-renting this to somebody else.
Like that Burger King didn't have a problem re-renting that's got boarded up windows.
Yeah, that's
It's just
true.
sold for $2.5 million and it's empty. Somebody's gonna come in here with a Chipotle or something like that and get twice the rent.
Yeah, now he probably knows something I don't know about Chipotle, but I'm sure Chipotle would be a great tenant. I don't know if a Chipotle I don't think Chipotle has drive-thrus. Listen, it's easy to have more confidence the more money you have because you can deal with a hit. He can take a pretty good hit because Dad can take a bigger hit. But for a lot of you, it'd be very scary. It'd be very scary if you only had 3 years left on a lease, okay? In fact, you might not want to close it. You might want to make your closing contingent. Then you immediately go to KFC and say, "Hey, what are your what are your feelings on renewing this lease?" And maybe even get a commitment. Those are the things. If you don't have deep pockets, that you're gonna want to do. You're gonna want. It's just a prudent thing to do, anyways. See if they want to renew. So let's keep watching.
Get here.
I got a question though. Where's this building at? Where's this?
That building's somewhere
Arrow.
in North Dakota. Maybe they're gonna do a remodel. I don't know. Look at that. This
600
guy owns
locations.
597 KFCs. I don't think we gotta worry about that guy. This guy's a big shot who owns this. What do you want to do? You want to walk around this thing or what? Come on, let's take a walk around. The parking lot could use an extra ceiling, and you need some paint on the wall.
By the way, if the guy owned that many KFCs, I would just ask him if he might want to own or carry.
But he owns 600 of them. He'll say, "Listen, did you get your rent?" And you'll say, "Yes." Then leave me alone.
I'll pick up this, I'll pick up a Wingstop, I'll pick up a Popeyes. It's just business, so, whatever brings in the most money. And, Rick Ross did it. He got a couple
It's interesting is that property didn't really look like it was kept up too well, to be honest. Didn't look that good to me.
chicken spots, so, hey.
Let's go over the numbers real quick so it's clear and simple and everybody's on the same page. We have the purchase price of $930,000. We're going to go and ask our friends at the bank for an 80% loan. Typically, they may not do that.
I was gonna say, can I get an 80% loan?
You know why you can get one?
Because I know you.
Because you're a part of me. It's all about who you know and what you know. Anyway, you get a loan from the bank of $744,000. $930,000 minus $744,000 means your deposit will be $186,000. Do you have $186,000?
I know
Tell the
somebody.
truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Your rent is going to be $58,000 a year. That's more than a lot of people's salaries, double some people's salaries. You're going to have to pay your friends at the bank 3.25% interest. You're going to pay the bank $24,000. Forget the 180. I ain't got time to deal with hundreds in my world. So the $58,000 minus the $24,000 to the bank for their interest, that's predicated on 10-year interest only. They may not at first because they're going to be saying, well, that lease is up in 3 years, so we'll give you 5.
Okay, yeah, they're not going to give them interest on the loan. I mean, they might because it's a ban. Let's keep watching.
Years. And then when they renew the lease, then we'll go ahead and extend it. That's okay. We can work on that. No principal and shit. That's it. It's pure income. So 58 minus 24 leaves you $34,000 a year for your $186,000. The return on your money is, if you take $186,000 and you times that by 18%, it's $33,480. Okay, you're going to get an 18% return on $186,000, providing KFC. I don't think they're going anywhere. And that place looks somewhat remodeled not too long ago. And the people that own it own 600 of those stores, so they ain't going out of business. They're strong. They've been doing this shit a long time. It's a good neighborhood. I would definitely take the risk.
Comps across the street.
Of course, you need to sell an empty Burger King for $2.5 million. I heard something fancy and new is going to go there. I mean, I think it's safe. Nothing really bad can happen. You can always replace that tenant there on that street, and they're not going to leave. They have 4 options. It takes them about 20 more years. So you got the 3 years left on their existing lease, and you have the 20 years that goes out. Chances are they'll be there, but I'll be dead. Plus, you get to.
He's probably right about all that, but I can tell you, if that was a lot of money to you, and you didn't have a rich dad, it would be a little concerning if they moved out, because you probably wouldn't get the same rent from somebody else as you would KFC, especially that. And it's only those AAA type companies that in a KFC I consider that. These real known brands that they have to maintain their brand, they have to maintain the building, and so it's just a cost of doing business. But if it's Chico's Tacos, it's not going to be the same deal. Not that I know what Chico's Tacos. I'm just making up a name. Let's keep watching.
The $930,000 that you're paying for the place, divided by, I think it's 39 years, you get to depreciate $24,000 of the $34,000 you get, and not pay tax on it.
Okay, he's actually wrong on that, and I'll tell you why. Here's why that's not correct. You only get to depreciate the building itself. 930 total, 500K, or 530,000, we'll say, is the building. Okay, and of course the land. That's what's going to be the difference, the 400,000. Okay, so he's going to be able to depreciate not 2.5% of 930,000 up here. That's not going to happen. He's going to be depreciating $530,000 over a period of 39 years, which is basically, to round off, his 2.5%. Pretty much cuts that number in half, because he was talking about, let's just see, it's going to be half that. Let's just say half that. So you're going to be able to take 12,000 against it, not 24. So it's not quite as rosy as it looks, and it's a fair mistake. But anyways, I got highest regard for Ben. When I hear Ben talking, I hear myself, and it's because he has been around. He has done these things and knows what he's talking about. The bottom line isn't get my iPad in here. So look, I read these notes while he was talking. $930,000 purchase, $744,000 is the amount the bank's going to carry. He's going to put down $186,000. The cost of that money is going to be $24,000. That's what the bank's going to charge, okay? And so he is going to get an 18% return. 100% right. 100% right. Okay, here's the rents up here, up where the 58 is. The 24,000 interest only, fantastic, and that leaves you a net 34,000 cash flow coming in a year. Except now I've got a calculator here. This is in my FlipAnything. You guys know I have a mentorship in the back end of my mentorship. If you're a mentor, there's some calculators. A lot of stuff in there that's good to help you. But in the back, I've got these calculators, and I'm showing you one of them. This is a fixed rate payment calculator, meaning 3.25. So I got his 3.25 interest rate. Number of months, I put 30 years, which you'd be lucky to get that. I mean, if it was 20 years, the payment would be even higher. But just to put it in context, your payment on a 30-year loan from a bank at that same 3.25% rent is going to be $3,237. That comes out 38. Let's just call it 39,000. Your cost is really going to be it's 39,000. Okay, so now 39,000 minus, and I say your cost is still 24,000. Okay, don't get me wrong, your cost is still 24,000 from the bank. Okay, but there's going to be principal. They're going to be expecting about $15,000 a year in principal. So that's why this figure changes to 39. So the 24,000, as far as the cost of money, that's still correct. But your payment is not going to be that. If it's financed, typically, like how they're going to do it, it's going to be $39,000. So instead of having a net 34,000 like Ben had projected, like it would be for his son, for most people, it's going to be 15,000 different than that. So it's really like 19,000. It's really going to be 19,000. That's going to be your cash flow. 19,000 coming in on your $186,000. That's how much you're going to have access to. And that's in the form of the principal part of your payment. Anyways, great job, Ben. You got a beautiful family. Got a great kid there. Great video, other than I think you're off on the depreciation. If anybody thinks I'm wrong, go ahead and comment and tell me, but I don't think so. You subscribe. It helps the channel. And if you enjoy the content, let me know. If you don't enjoy it, you can let me know that too. Thanks a lot. Hi, I'm Tom McKay. I've been investing in real estate, commercial properties, industrial properties, houses, apartments, offices, subdivisions. I also have a mentorship course to help people create their own fortunes the same way. My first class, I had immediate results. Ron made over $200,000 and has purchased 22 properties. Eric has purchased a trailer park and 34 acres of land. Liam has already flipped a few properties and made over $100,000 on his first deal.